All right, welcome. We have Axelle Flava in game name Trevor. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Awesome. All right, so and of course I'm Sleepy, and I have Alan here as well. Hi, Alan. How you doing?
Good, I'm good.
All
Hi.
right. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, so Flava, how you doing, man? You won the Metadota's MLBB Open Week 4. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, obviously I am very surprised.
Hmm. Okay.
I think there are many strong teams right in this competition,
Hmm.
but we've been able to be the champion. I'm a bit surprised.
Hmm. You know, honestly, we also thought like it was quite a bit of a surprise yesterday because you beat one of the teams that was in the grand final last week, Jakarta Harmonis, right?
Yeah.
You actually
Yes.
beat them 2-0, right?
Yeah.
And that surprised us as well because we were thinking that Jakarta Harmonis would be one of the teams that would also be going into the at least semifinals, but then you guys
Yeah.
knocked them out at round two. So, what do you think about all these teams before going into the grand finals? Were they all strong, or do you think like there were some easy teams that you just went through?
Um, Jakarta Harmony is the finalist of last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I already done some little research before
Oh,
yeah,
all
you have to
right.
do research, right, in the competition.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, myself has done some research on Jakarta Harmony, and I think we already know how they play, how which heroes they most pick,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we confident to be able to win from them.
Right.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, and the results showed. And you
Yeah.
also did some research on Suren Aja, I assume. Is that correct?
Suren aja, yeah. I done some research
Mm,
from your YouTube channel,
that's
Meta
right.
As YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some players are good from Suren aja.
Right.
What is name? Cheers mate, I
Cheers,
think.
mate, as the marksman
Yeah,
player as well.
yeah. Bruno.
Right.
His favorite is Bruno,
Yep,
right?
that's
And
correct.
Daniele.
Danielle Rose. Uh huh. Uh huh.
Daniel Rose. He's so good, right?
Yes.
For playing support, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, I think the Suren Aja team is pretty good.
Yeah, because they won the Open twice in week
Yeah.
one once, and last week they also won it. And we were thinking that maybe they will have a chance to win this one as well. And well, they
Mm.
didn't really do too bad, right? They were at the grand finals facing
Yeah,
you guys
of
off,
course.
so
Yeah, of course.
definitely a
Defending
strong team.
champion.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
Well, you guys beat them. So
Yeah.
what was it like when you were going into the first match? Did you, of course, you've done some research, right? What did you tell your
Yeah.
teammates when you went for that first matchup? Did you guys specifically said in your team, like, yeah, we need to ban their heroes or we need to
Mm.
steal their heroes because you did pick up the Bruno, right? And I was kind of surprised there when I was casting it. Oh, shit. All right, no more Bruno for Cheers, mate. Let's see what he does. And well, he lost it. So,
Yeah.
what was the process there?
Yeah, at the first game, we have take it so very seriously, right?
Mm,
We don't want to lose at first game because the first game is very important for
mm-hmm.
the mental and for the gameplay,
Yeah.
for the scheme we play. So just say to my teammate, just give me Bruno, right? Just give me Bruno.
Wow.
And they give me Bruno at I think second pick, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second pick.
Second pick, yeah. And then the Suren Aja team has picked Ellis, right?
Correct.
Daniel Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously that surprised me.
Right.
Wow, Ellis pick
Yeah.
uh, as a support.
Mm,
Yeah, but we already done some talking and discussion for the strats,
mm-hmm.
so we know how to counter it.
Right. So you knew, yeah. When I was casting it, I was also surprised that he picked Alice and not
Yeah.
Farsa, because usually Daniel Rose plays the two core heroes. That's Valir, which you also took, right?
Mm.
And the other hero he usually played is Farsa, and he's also pretty damn good with that. So I was
Yeah.
surprised with the Alice pick. But I'm also surprised by your Natalia pick. Can you please tell us more about that pick? What was the process? What was the conversation around that?
Yeah, for the Natalia pick, actually it's the KR signature hero.
One of your
Yeah,
players, KR, yes.
yeah, and I think we never picked Natalia before at this competition.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so we just hide it. Yeah, as you can see from our game versus Ginza, we
Mm-hmm.
just trolling around, you know.
Right. I am,
We pick
yeah.
Faramis as offlane, you know.
Oh my goodness, you
Gaussian,
guys.
I'm playing Gaussian.
Right.
Gaussian as hypercore.
Hypercore. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's part of strategy. We don't want to show very that much of our signature heroes.
Right.
Yeah.
In the early
So
rounds.
yeah,
Okay.
Natalia is one of our signature heroes.
Right.
And for the second game, KR pick Esmeralda, right? Yeah.
Yes. Oh god.
That Esmeralda is our signature pick.
I can tell, bro. Look, when
Yeah.
I was casting the game, I was so amused and impressed by how much the Esmeralda done
Yeah.
for your team.
Yeah.
She was wasting Suren Aja's time
Oh yeah,
through the
of
whole
course.
game. At
Of
one
course.
point, you guys, the Esmeralda was getting ganked at the top lane, right? And she
Yeah.
ran all the way through to the bottom lane while being chased by three heroes. Like, come on! That's not supposed to happen. And I think Sura
Yeah.
and Aja knows that. And I think they understand why they lost that game because the Esmeralda just did so much
Yeah.
for you guys there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, are you confident that at your current level, which I think is pretty high, do you think you
Yeah.
can come back next week and defend your champion title in episode 2?
Um, for next week, we have already talked about it.
Mm.
Yeah, like yesterday, my teammates say, "Do you want to join for next week?" And I say, "Let's just focus on this week. We need this championship." So for next week, we still don't know now
Okay.
if we gonna join it or not.
Right.
But I think, yeah, we will join it if
All
there
right.
is a slot for the competition.
All right. I think there's still a few slots, so if you are planning on joining, I think sooner than later is the right time to join the
Okay.
competition. So we can see you guys in action again. Uh
Yeah.
Alan, you have something to talk about here?
Well, I would really encourage you guys to join. We've got the Indonesia slots are full, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Southeast Asia and the one place slots are still open. So, and you can actually play in both of those,
Oh,
and
yeah.
because they both have decent prize pools, they're not overlapping. So, take a look at those, and we'd really love to see you come back.
Okay.
The level of play is impressive, but I'd like to learn a little bit more about team itself. How long have you guys been playing together?
For my team is actually we done several times like breaking up.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a process, right, for a team,
it is.
for any team. We done 3 times breaking up. So the original team was not even here.
Mm.
Just me and Nevermore,
Right.
the original team from Axelle team. I think 2 years ago. I think, but
Wow.
we never win a title before, and
Okay.
we just failing miserably at competitions. So I think I need to done some research on some players that available, some friend list.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got OP Witness, we got James Smile, we got
Yep.
KR, and the fun fact is KR is our new member,
Okay.
our most new member, our newest member. KR just joined like a month ago. Yeah,
Right.
1 minute ago. Yeah, and
Okay.
he's done so well in
Mm.
our ranked games, in our scrims. So yeah, we happy to have him as a player.
Wow. That is amazing.
Fantastic. And where do you aspire to be? What do you hope Axelle will be able to do?
Sorry, sorry.
What do you hope to achieve as a
Oh,
team? How far do you want to go?
how far? Well, we just want to have fun, right? Of playing games. But if there is a chance for us to achieve some titles, some more titles at Meta us or some other competitions, then yeah, I think we will like to try some competitions more.
Okay.
It's
So,
fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah. Is there like in the back of your mind, like is there ever a time when you think, "Oh, I want to be in the MPL at some point?"
MPL.
Mhm.
um, not really. Yeah. If uh myself not really wants to be in the MPL because I am 27 years old, as you
Okay.
can see. Yeah, I'm really a bit old, but my teammates are like 20, 19.
Okay.
Maybe they can be a semi-pro player or pro player even if they want. But if myself, I don't see I can reach that pro player level. And
Mm,
as you can see, the MPL from Indonesia is very, very tough.
it is.
Yeah, you can see MPL from Indonesia or even Singapore, Malaysia is their style of play is beyond limit.
Mm,
I can even think what what to
right.
do in their shoes, right?
Right.
They're just so special for a player.
So you think the level to reach is just too high for you?
For me personally, yes. I don't know if my teammates can, but for
Right.
me, it's already. I think it's already too late. Just for now, I just yeah having fun with my teammates.
Mhm.
I think it's a dream for me to do some competition for the game I love. I
Mhm.
like to play. Before I play some Dota, and yeah, I never won a title at Dota
Right.
because Dota is very very yeah stack games, right?
It is. It is.
And then I moved to mobile games, Mobile Legends, and the first time I played this game, I think I'm doing pretty good
Mm. Yeah.
because I'm a Dota player
Yes.
previously, so I have an advantage to
Correct.
play this game.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I play, and I took some break for my real life, and then I come back again. Now I'm 27 years old, and I just having fun right now.
Right.
I think that's such a great attitude. You know, you play to get better, play to get fun.
Yeah,
And not everyone's going to become a pro or anything. That doesn't mean that
yeah,
you don't want to compete, don't want
yeah,
to win. So, yeah, I think that's a wonderful attitude. And you never know, as long as you play and as long as you compete, who knows what might happen.
Exactly.
yeah,
I was gonna
yeah,
say, right, if you just continue competing, especially here with the all the meta.us tournaments that we're hosting, we did mention a few times that there is a possibility of opening up a senior league where if
yeah,
you win enough and you have grinded enough meta rank, you'll
yeah,
be competing with the best of the best, basically, right? And if you can
yeah,
still win there, then maybe there's a chance for you, Flava and team. So I guess we'll find out, right? And
yeah,
I'm glad that you guys won and had fun with the week 4 tournament for the Meta.us MLBB Open. Episode
yeah.
2 is going on. It's going to start next week, so you can apply for that as well. So,
Okay.
yeah, good luck and have fun for that.
Yeah.
Any shout outs you want to do? Any thoughts that you want to share with our listeners?
Um, shout out. Maybe for the admins from Metas
Mm-hmm.
and you as the caster, right,
Yes,
Sleepy?
that's right.
I listening to you, Sleepy. You are a good caster.
Oh man,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. I
You are a
appreciate
good
that.
caster.
Thank you so much.
And I hope Metas and you, Sleepy, as a caster will get bigger and bigger. So yeah, more tournaments, more players to compete, and more prize pool, obviously. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see next time.
All right. Wow. Thank
Fantastic.
you.
So nice. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Yeah.
much for that.
There's
Right.
one
Thank
thing
you.
yeah, and tell your friends, tell your other people from other teams about this, and get them to join. More fun that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Exactly. The more, the merrier. All right,
Yeah.
Team Excel. And is that how I pronounce it? Excel?
Yeah. It's Axelle. Yeah.
Excel. Okay. All
Yeah.
right, Excel team, thank you so much. And thank you, Flava or Trevor in game, our core
Yeah.
player from the team. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Good luck and have
Same
fun
here.
for the next
Congratulations,
one.
guys.
Okay. Same here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Thank
I
you. Bye.
That was so good. There's so much that you take away from just listening to them.
Yeah,
You notice that they actually did research.
exactly.
They actually did research. They watched VODs of the teams of
Yes.
Saranaja,
Yes.
knew what heroes they like to pick, had a strategy going. That's, that's how you get better. That's how you
Exactly.
win.
Yeah.
And it was really cool hearing a team that had taken every advantage they could get, they actually took it.
Yes. And they
And I
actually
think
made it work with that.
they made it work. And so they put in the work and they made it work. I think there's a lot that all of us can take from that, which is, it's one thing to show up and play, which is great, and you can have a little fun. If you really want to improve your chances of winning, if you want to improve, period, put in a little of that extra work, pays off.
Pays off. Exactly. So yeah, it was crazy good. And the matches they played too were very entertaining, especially the second game in the grand finals. I think they just knew what to do from the get go. And I guess that's yeah.
I think Trevor was being modest. I was watching. I can't remember his game one or game two, and they were losing a fight.
Right.
Or was it them? They were losing a fight, and then someone was backdooring.
Oh
That
yeah. It was actually
that
Soren Aja who was doing that. Wait,
was it Saran
actually.
Aja? Or was it? I think it
Can't
was like
recall.
their
It was their Sylvana that's backdooring.
Was there
Right?
Sylvana, or was
Yes.
it was their Talia? Both of them were just like
Right.
feigning and just
Yes.
working on the bottom, and just that they definitely are thinking
Yes.
level, and scary to think if Trevor is saying, oh, and then the pros are even next level above that, like holy cow.
Yeah. And I think that's what Trevor was talking about, right? The next level of play in the MPL, like Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. Even when he himself is a pretty good player as he is, still thinking that there's just way too much in terms of skill gap from him and to the pro players. That's scary. But
It is scary,
it
but
is
it's
scary.
also a mark of someone who has potential.
Yes.
If you think you're already the best, then you kind of can't learn
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. That's right.
You're never the best. There's always someone out there that you can think.
Yep.
And that type of attitude, that type of modesty,
Mm-hmm.
ability,
Mm-hmm.
it's a mark of a player that will grow.
Ooh, okay. So that was Mobile Legends now. We're just gonna wait for our friend Rai Zhang, who is also the champion, a two-time champion actually, in the Dota 2 Open. So let's
That's
just
right.
wait for him to come in.
EmberUWU, correct?
Correct. So let's just I'll just message him real quick and he'll be in a moment.
Hello.
Rai
Hi,
Zhang.
Rajan.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
EG, why don't you take this?
All right, cool. Hey, so how was the games yesterday, man?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was quite one-sided. We had some hiccups.
Mm.
Hiccups
Yeah.
meaning? What
Hic-
happened?
Like the play style and team movement was quite bad. Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys do to get past all this? Like,
Uh,
do you
like
have a
every
discussion after game?
yeah,
Or?
we have like discussion with like a coach. Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay,
guys have a
cool.
coach?
Not really an official coach now, but he helps
Okay.
us.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. That's nice.
How do you find your coach? You guys, were you guys playing together already, or do you go on the ladder and find a coach?
Like he's like a mutual friend lah. Yeah, so he helped us.
Mm.
He watch our games and stuff. Like tell us like lecture us lor.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Is this
That-
the Singapore qualifier yesterday? What we were talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yesterday the Razer Invitational, right?
Right. Who won?
I think Fixers won the Park Chum.
Puck chump. Mm.
Yeah.
Do you guys expect to win against them, or have you guys screamed against them before? And how was the previous results like?
I think like on a like we fought against one another like on one tournament. Then the game was pretty close, like 2-1. Yeah. But as in, of course we expect to win lah. But they are strong players lah.
Right.
Yeah. The game. I think we had chance to win the game. Yeah. But as in, we screwed it up lor.
Oh.
We didn't really train because like circuit breaker just finished and after that all of us have to meet up with friends and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then we're like
priorities. Okay.
can't train
So-
today, sorry. Yeah.
So during circuit breaker, you guys were training like almost every day online. What was your training schedule like?
It's like there's a platform called ePulse ma. Yeah, there are some games there. Then we try to play as much as possible lah. But as in like recently not so much.
So for you guys, actually grinding tournaments is like practice for you, not grinding the ladder.
Yeah, as in like grinding the ladder, it will just make you improve by clicking buttons and stuff. But it won't really improve your game sense, your communication, everything.
Right.
Yeah, today's game was pretty hectic also, like almost through the game.
Mm.
I was watching a little bit match against Brainless Geniuses. In the beginning, it was pretty close. You guys were just kind of going back and forth and trading kills.
Yeah. And in the middle, it was pretty scary. Like early game, like 10 minutes, 13 minutes, I think. There was one fight. The comms wasn't that clear. Yeah. So we lost that fight.
When
How
say
did
the
you-
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
Evan.
just going to ask: is what do you think the turning point was? That you took lead and then the win.
The turning point, I think it's just we took better fights. I would just say like for example our captain, right, he makes calls then it's not that clear. Yeah. Then
Right.
that's that because he's like I remember the scenario was like Ember was chasing our slug. Yeah, like playing around. Then after that, he's like, jump him. Then I'm like, what? Because there's two jump, right? Because there's slug and there's storm.
Oh.
And then there's confusion. Then after that, all of a sudden, then he shot Phoenix. Then I like, it's like Phoenix, stun. Then I was like, what? Then I couldn't even see Phoenix because I don't know where's their location.
Right.
And then I just say, then after that, on top of that, we have we bought two Mac on the same thing.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah, then the comms isn't that good lah. Yeah, then I just say like we have to back up on the comms lah. It's very important. Otherwise, sometimes we will just tunnel vision.
right.
But after that, I think everything seems fine. I think the faces threw a little bit, like they are out of position. Then we caught them one by one. Yeah, then that's mainly where the turning point starts.
Right.
Okay,
Or
so
our off lane Nilex baited. Yeah. He baited. Then after that, we zip in and kill and stuff. That's where. Yeah.
So there's like obviously capitalizing on your opponent's mistakes is the best way to get an advantage and win the game. But for you and your guys, how do you work on your mistakes during the game? Do you like criticize each other after the game, or do you have a different process?
Yeah, we criticize each other after the game. They will always criticize me.
Oh,
Because my
you?
mechanics isn't that good. I think my mechanics is like garbage. Yeah.
What
then
role
they
do
like-
you play, by the way, Rajan?
I play mid. Yeah.
Oh,
So as in like all of them are higher ranked than me.
right.
But as in like then sometimes I feel like if I play against fixers, right, who is the winner lah, then I'll feel quite intimidated. Then I'll play hero like for example, he picks Queen of Pain, then I want to play something like let me see.
Won't you play TA that counters Corp?
TA is 50-50 lah, but as in like I won't play TA all this because I'm scared. Yeah, then I'll play pick
Right.
Invoker so I can stand in the lane. And after that, my coach is like, "Why you want to pick Invoker? You stand in the lane, do nothing. You might as well just don't play the game." And scold us like this.
Right.
So you play very safe and then just to like not lose, and then in the end, it'll cost you the advantage.
This is like one of the mental block I have to get past it.
Right. So what have you been doing to get past this mental block? I think it's useful to let everyone know.
Get scolded.
Get scolded?
Get scolded. No lah, it's like I'm not too sure whether we're still playing together. Yeah, cause
Okay.
my carry is like fell out of me. As in I still have a lot to back up lah, but I learned a lot from them. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. We'll definitely stay tuned to your team. Hope to see you guys back in week 3.
Yeah, I
and
hope
then,
still can play.
Hope you can get past your mental block. We believe in you, Ryzen. Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
so
on
much.
and do the interview, man. It's great insights.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Alan, you have any last questions for him?
Oh, thank you for joining. And thank you for coming on and sharing your thoughts with us. I think, a lot of the things that you mentioned, a lot of players think about too. So it's always helpful for them to hear it from someone else as well, and someone who's been fairly successful. So you've been winning matches, and basically take heart, bro. Doing good.
But as in like today's match is quite unfortunate lah. Like it's a walkover. I hope like more people can come over and play. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, help us with that. And all the other teams that you scrim with, they might as well get in. Like you said, the best practice is getting into an actual tournament. Grinding ladder doesn't help you that much if you really want to move. In real tournament matches with something on the line, that's a different experience altogether. I think you know that.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Invite your friends, Rising. Tell them just, hey, this is free tournament.
Yeah, I've been asking like my viewers.
Nice.
On stream
nice.
Join and play.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for that.
Problem.
Thank you. Awesome. All right. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Thanks, man.
Okay, have a nice day. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Care.
Wow. I did not expect him to tell us that he's not confident with his skills. Like, he was actually telling us that he needs to improve a lot.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's, probably know this as well as anyone. In a team dynamic, 5 players, and have to kind of get along with everybody. And, some people are better than others. And some people are going to exert a little bit of pressure on you. And so sometimes you just get down on yourself. And gives you a little criticism. And of course you want to improve, and you take it to heart. But then it can also affect your mental state. And
yes,
a lot of it is to kind of push through, take parts that you can action on, and hard not to take it personally. But dynamics are hard.
Oh, it's hard. And
especially when everyone wants to improve and tight-knit group, right? It's almost like a family.
Exactly.
So, when your dad or your mom criticizes you, it doesn't feel good. It's the same thing in a team, I'd imagine.
True. And
I've spoken to a lot of players who have played in like regional tournaments, and the thing about them, they've always more or less they always say the same thing: is a great team is not only having the best players, but also having great social skills. And what's keeping back a lot of Singaporean teams is the lack of social skills and the lack of like social intelligence, like how you can criticize a person constructively, how you can tell a person, hey, this is how to improve, without like antagonizing them and without making them feel terrible about it. For some people it works, but unfortunately for other people, they just get discouraged and then they want to stop playing, and then that's across the Singaporean teams and even Malaysian teams as well. It's just really the social skills that they have to develop to make themselves a good team.
Yeah, and that's why you find best teams, or sometimes the players don't have that skill set, and that's why you have coaches. Coaches play that role where, and they know how to give players a message in the way that they'll accept, right? Versus, maybe some players just are a little too blunt. But I think that's where coaches, right? They're the ones who give that feedback and find ways to get through to players in ways that they understand and help them grow rather than um, move backwards. Unfortunately, at that uh, at the grassroots amateur level, most of these teams don't have coaches. So, I think Ryzen also mentioned something that was pretty interesting, which was that somebody else watching their matches and then giving them feedback to some extent. And that's a great, I think that's a great method too. Like maybe if you don't have a coach, you just have some outside party who's watching, who's knowledgeable about the game and can give you an objective view. Sometimes that's easier to take than one of your teammates kind of giving you that feedback. Sometimes you can't move the emotional part with the objective part. So yeah, I think that's what a lot of players struggle with at the grassroots level is trying to accept that feedback without taking all the emotional stuff.
All right, a lot of things to talk about when it comes to team games.
Yeah, we're becoming shrinks.
Well, it's fun. I enjoy this because coming from a competitive player background, like I know all these. I've been through all this, and sometimes it just sucks. But when you manage to get over it, it's actually fun when you start winning with your team, and it's not just blame game anymore. It's actually celebrating wins. But to get to that, yeah, you have to put in the work. So anyway, that is Dota. Now we have the representative of the winner in the PUBG M Open, actually.
Yes, I think Panda's on.
Panda's on, that's right. I'll unmute Panda. And Panda, if you can just unmute yourself and chat with us, we'll start the winner's interview with UnknownXXX, winner of the PUBG M Open.
We got Gene too. Gene is on as well.
Gene. Hello, Gene. You can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
There you go.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, Gene? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, sure thing, man.
All right.
Yeah. So for this week's PUBG M Open, it's kind of interesting because I never expected actually Team Unknown to come out on top.
Wow. Okay, you had no confidence in Team Unknown.
Really, it's not really about confidence. It's just on the first day, it's the Indonesian guys are just really strong.
Yeah, they are.
But props to Unknown Gaming, of course, for the clutches and the late comeback. So let's hear from them. I think.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
First of all, of course, congratulations is in order. Congrats, Team Unknown, XXX, Unknown Gaming. Panda, what's the official name of the team, actually? Would you mind sharing with us, please?
Yeah, it's UnknownXXX.
UnknownXXX. Okay. We shall call it UnknownXXX, guys. So, congratulations, Panda. It was a really close finals, right? The final round actually determined the winner.
We weren't expecting that win, actually.
Right. Talk us through that. What was going through your mind in the final game, especially when you saw that you were behind? You were 4th place in round 7, and you actually managed to clinch 1st place in round number 8. So, what was it like for you and your team?
So, we weren't really expecting. Like, we were just playing the usual gameplay in other tournaments. So, yeah, it was really surprising. Our part. And all we did was clutch in that last part. DKA. And we really weren't expecting that win. And then especially in the 3rd game, it's almost the same thing. Yeah, that's basically all.
Okay.
I could say.
So it's basically an unexpected win for Team UnknownXXX. But did you?
Because we placed 4th, and we were like, I don't think we can beat the 3rd or the 2nd place.
Okay. Is this
You know,
yeah, please
yeah,
Gene.
she's just being modest, you know. So.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, in the first game, I got knocked out 2 times. I basically lost. But yeah, my teammates were so great. They were great at support. So I trust my.
Right. Is this like the first time you joined the competition, or did you join the previous weeks as well? In the meta Dota
this is
PUBG
our first
Mobile.
time in meta.
First one.
Yeah.
All right, first one and already a win. Okay, amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, here in the Philippines we call that buena mano.
Win mano.
It's buena mano.
Buena mano. Okay, okay.
What does that mean?
It applies to many things here in the Philippines. For example, if you're selling something and then you get the first sale of the day, that's called the buena mano. It's kind of like what it is. So,
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
yeah,
It kind of kicks things off, right?
yeah. So I think this is the buena mano for you guys, Panda. So we might be expecting more of unknown triple X wins in the coming weeks.
All right.
I hope so.
Looking forward to that.
So, how long have you guys been together as a team?
As a team, not too long. We're not. Yeah, the lineup we had before. I mean, yeah, this lineup today. It's a new lineup, and my main team, they're actually available. I just gathered around players. It's just really beginners.
Maybe you stumbled onto a winning lineup.
Yeah. At least now we know we have this lineup used for other tournaments.
Okay.
It wasn't actually. This is the first time that you've been in the PUBG Open. It wasn't unknown teams too. I had a 2-time winner Executor in there. I had the Helix team, which represented really well last week. Then we had a very strong Indonesian team, Ovo, which we had not seen before, but we all saw what they did yesterday. So you had some pretty good competition, so you should feel pretty good about this.
All right. So with that, so we know it's a surprise for you, Panda, but I'm pretty sure that you're gonna be able to repeat that performance if you just keep at it. Are you gonna be coming back for next week?
Yes, I already talked to my
Okay.
teammates.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
Take care of that for you.
yeah,
All right. So, any last shout outs you wanna share with us? Any last thoughts about that win?
I already said it.
Okay. Well, once again, congratulations. First game, first win. Maybe more to come, hopefully. So we'll see you guys again next week. UnknownXXX. Congrats.
See.
Congrats.
So, talking to you, Gene. What do you think about the whole series of this week?
Well, it's kind of interesting because there are new teams and then there's returning teams. For example, Team Executor not performing well,
Right.
and yeah, so it's kind of I didn't know what to expect. It's just that I just based off of what happened yesterday, for my expectations at least. But I'm very happy that Panda and her crew got the win today. I think they're Filipino, right? Yeah, they're from the Philippines. So yeah, go
They are.
PH. Yeah. So yeah, for the coming competitions, of course, I'd like to see new talent to participate, and then and it's gonna be fun because we'll be adding more value for their participation. So I hope a lot of teams join for the next couple of weeks.
Amen. Thank you, Eugene. Anything you want to add to close this session with PUBG?
Well,
I would. Oh, go ahead. Oh, sorry, I was talking. You're talking to me. No, yep, never.
yeah, don't worry about it. I thought it was talking to me. Yeah,
I'm
go ahead,
talking to
Alan.
Eugene.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up.
Go ahead, Eugene. Last words.
Yes, go ahead, Eugene, please.
Well, Well, for the guys who wants to join, just follow the rules, and then we won't
Read the
have any
rules.
problems. Yeah.
Please read them first.
Please read the rules for Christ's sake.
Oh,
My God.
Andy and I were joking yesterday
Mm.
about the Discord channel, and I think the line of the tournament Discord channel is like, "Look, guys, this isn't first grade." We would just start cracking up when we saw that. Like, oh my God,
That was epic. That was
put
epic.
the hammer
Eugene.
down.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I've been hosting tournaments since 2013, and every time I host tournaments, I get these kinds of problems or complaints about the players, or it's the pioneers curse to experience all of these things at once. So
That I would love to do an interview with you and share just the perspective of an organizer and what you have to go through, because I think a lot of players just don't really understand what it is that you guys have to do in the back to make sure that things run smoothly, fairly.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, I just gonna show up and I'm gonna play.
Yeah, that's the usual expectation from every team that goes into a tournament, especially here in the Philippines. I don't know about other countries, but it's kind of like this every time in the Philippines. So even if we want to help them out, they don't want to be helped out. That's the problem.
They don't learn, Eugene. They don't learn.
Yeah, that's the infuriating thing about hosting tournaments and then leaving it up to them. If you just you need to be like a nursery teacher of some sort to be
First grade.
The cats.
First grade.
Yeah, you have to be a first grade teacher. You have to check on all of the teams every time. Just earlier we had this kind of incident as well. But I just hope the teams pay more attention to the rules and to the organizers and respect their mandates and their instructions. So it's
Thank you, Eugene, for
yeah.
doing that. And for everyone listening out there, players, Eugene is a high integrity guy, and his staff really want to put on a good, smooth tournament for everybody that's fun and fair. And I think if you help them out a little bit and just listen to their directions, they'll be more than happy to guide you guys along. Like I said, we probably should have we just do a short session with some of the organizers and just post it on the Discord so people kind of get it in an insight into what all happens. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Players, sometimes the players, I've noticed of our other tournaments, and it's not just Philippines, all countries you have type of phenomena going on. Sometimes the players just, this might be their first tournament, or they've never really competed. So this whole idea of court, even what they're supposed to do, and the etiquette of checking in and all that stuff, lobbies and not. Sometimes it's new to them, so they just don't have the insight of like, okay, if I don't show up, whatever, or if I check in late, whatever, kind of don't have this concept of, well, that only messes things up for not only the organizer but all the other teams.
Yeah.
And I think there's a little bit of education that it's going to help them too.
Yeah, we can do that definitely. You know what, guys? Let's schedule that. I think we should have a whole session dedicated to that, and I think it's going to be a fun conversation because it will help us.
We get some of the other organizers on too.
That's
maybe some of the Crestmos guys and the esports guys, and just have like this round table, and they can just share their perspective. That'd be really interesting.
Okay, let's schedule that. But for now, thank you so much, Gene, and thank you to Panda as well as the rep from UnknownXXX. That's it for PUBG. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys again next week. Have a great weekend. And well, it's only a Sunday, so
Yeah.
Enjoy the last few hours of Sunday. So thank you guys, and we'll talk to you guys again next week.
All
For
right.
now,
Likewise.
thank you. Bye, Gene.
All right. Thanks,
Bye,
Panda. Thanks,
Andy.
Gene.
Yeah. GG, Alan.
Okay, EG, we should go ahead and do CSGO right now because we have Dan Wu and Ron in the chat. Let's go and unmute them. And EG, take it away, man.
Yep. Please unmute yourself, guys. So we just concluded CS:GO. I think Alan has the results, and I think he's very excited to announce them. So go ahead, Alan.
Oh, I do? Okay. Actually, I do. Thank goodness. All right. So the winners are Fractals, which I think there's the first time that they won one of our competitions. And it's really interesting. So second place was again the team that really has a name that I call the Unmentionables. They were a known commodity. They've played several times and actually had tagged them to be a real contender. Valkyrie had not shown up, but Valkyrie did show up, and they had a fairly direct line to the top last week. I think they were pretty dominant. This week they did show up, fortunately, and they placed fourth. So, it's a little bit of an upset maybe that Fractals is winning or won, and I'd love to hear from Dan Wu how they did it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ron,
absolutely.
bro.
Hi.
Tell us how it was.
Well, everything was so hard. Yesterday we were stomped by Catriona, something like that. their
Catriona,
name.
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we learned from our mistakes yesterday. I think we've improved. It was a close game, very close game. What is it? A very hard played game with team. What's their team? I can't really pronounce what their team
The
name is.
UHRBTGJM.
The
Yeah,
unmentionables.
like
We can
Uh,
just
we-
call
we
them
call them
the
unmentionables,
We
okay,
call
yeah.
them the unmentionables because no one can figure
The
out what it is.
casters have decided to
Sorry,
Yeah.
what's that?
You-
What's that, Ron?
Jiminy
Yeah,
6. The casters have decided to use the last 4 letters.
Oh, NY6.
NY6?
Jiminy 6. So
Oh,
Jiminy
Jiminy
6.
All right.
Jiminy sounds like a boy band.
yeah, so that's how they call them now.
Okay.
Jiminy
But that's what
6.
they get, right? Because they did that to troll the casters. Well, the casters can retaliate, and this is what we came up with. Jiminy
Yeah.
6. There you go.
I actually like that one better than the un. Okay, Jiminy 6 it is.
Jiminy 6. Okay.
Dan, since yesterday, what were the adjustments you made to improve your gameplay?
What we did is that we studied our mistakes yesterday. Most of the things that our opponents did yesterday were fast play in Mirage, which cost us most of the rounds in their T side. And in our city sides, we were getting owned pretty bad. So we adjusted the few stuff, and yeah, it worked.
So
I think to elaborate on Danu's statement, because they lost to Catriona on round 3, sent to the lower bracket by Catriona. So, and they met back again on the lower bracket finals because Jiminy 6 sent Catriona to the lower bracket as well on the from the upper bracket finals. So Fractals, they actually played on the same map where they lost. So that's how I think Lanu was saying that they adjusted their play style.
Yeah, we were owned. The score I think yesterday was 16-4.
Oof.
oh man.
We lost, yeah, pretty bad.
Damn.
So we just studied what happened yesterday, and then we learned from it, and then yeah, it played off earlier. Yeah.
Now, yes, Ron.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a long journey for them. They also had to beat, so they had to walk through sad ending and Valkyrie as well before getting a rematch at Fiona on the lower bracket.
Now I think I see Alan raising his hand. Alan, do you have a question?
Do I raising? No, I was just. You can see me? Wait, do I have my camera on? Cause yeah, I don't want anyone to see me.
Getting
You know,
creepy.
I'm
This is
like,
getting creepy.
I got my shorts on, and I think I have a wife beater
Okay,
So-
just trolling you, Alan.
All right.
But then,
Yes,
for the
yes.
adjustments you made, what can you tell us in detail? What exactly do you do? Do you have like a coach, or do you have like it's just the 5 of you guys?
Oh, just the 5 of us. Well, this is like what do you call this? My first tournament since I was just playing off the pro scene.
Ah,
So mostly, yeah.
I think this is the first time I've seen you back on since you guys placed Fractals back on since you guys placed second on the first community showdown.
When was that?
At December. That was the first community
Yeah,
showdown
maybe,
from
maybe.
December. You were up against Imperial on the
Oh yeah. We lost also on that.
yeah. So glad to see you guys joining back the games again. So I think I invited you guys, but you guys said you were busy with a lot of stuff. So I'm happy to see you guys back playing and in good form actually.
Yeah, Dan, how do you form your current roster?
Well, it's basically our Face It group, wherein we just play pubs all the time, every day, when everybody's
Ah.
available.
Okay.
Right.
So as you can see, we're like playing five Face It games per day. We're just playing pub with my girlfriend, Migs, Yao, Kevs, TZ. So that went on. So first off, Migs and Yao we were just playing pubs in Face It, and then so on and so forth. We were inviting friends to join us to play games and just grinding and just playing for fun. Nothing really serious. We just try this tournament out, and then yep,
Right.
you were just
so,
lucky.
But you're playing in a tournament for fun. That's awesome too.
Yep.
So
Are you-
yeah, go ahead, Andy.
I was just gonna ask, are you all level 10 on Face It, Danwoo?
Most of us one ranked down to level 8. I'm not sure, but
Wow.
he's really level 10. So
Okay.
we were just having minus 40s most of the time playing Face It. That's why
Too
we went
strong.
down.
Dude, that hurts. Minus 40. Oh my goodness.
I can show you a screenshot where I posted something on Reddit wherein I think we had like 7 matches, and 6 of those were either +3 or something like that. Let me try to get
So
screenshot.
Man, that's
for
tough.
for context, guys, the average on Face It when you win or lose is to minus or plus 25. That's when you know you have equal levels. But when you get a +3, that means you are way too high for the opponent. And when you have minus 40, that's the same thing. So they basically lost to people who aren't supposed to beat them. That's why they get so much points taken off of them. And that's what basically happened to Dan Wu and his teammates. Is getting.
Let me show you a screenshot.
Yes, please.
So it would be more fun.
Set it in the CSGO lounge.
So we
You
have
could put that in
+2,
our. You could put that in our highlights.
Yeah.
+1, +5, minus 42, minus 42, minus 45. Yeah. So
Rest in
that's how we
peace.
play.
Well, rip in pieces, my friend. Okay.
As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters, right?
It's true.
Speaking of
I
having
only got
fun,
one question.
Yeah,
I got one
go
question.
ahead.
So, and it has nothing to do with you guys. I'm interested in the name of your team. So you've got Fractals, but the name of you use for your team. I'm gonna have a hard time saying this. So
Bernal yan eh?
yeah, Bernal
Bernal.
Yane.
It's
Yes.
the
What
last
is
name
that?
of their other member.
Yes. That's the last name.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's like
basically-
the meaning of that name is hyping his last name. So
Yeah.
it's like we're idolizing him, something like that.
Oh,
That's the meaning of our
Oh.
team name.
do you shout it when you do the Mac picks? After Mac picks?
Not really, but we can shout it.
Yeah, I think you should. When you're doing the pep talk, right? Just saying, yeah, we're gonna have a good game and.
No Yane.
Yes.
Bernal yan eh.
Bernal Yane. Okay.
Awesome. Dan Wu. Thanks for your time and for the interview. been
Any
really
shout
fun
outs? Do you want to
talking
give
you
any
guys.
shout outs? Do you want to yell Berno Yane to anybody?
I would just like to shout out my teammates, Yao, Migs, TZ, Kevs, and our friend group. We have the other guys, Sky, Jess, our girlfriend Angel. We always play too. Who else am I missing? Pao, Aaron, and the other guys. Thank you for supporting us. Hopefully, we could play more CS games. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
yes.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for the opportunities to play also.
Yeah, I hope to
course.
see you back for
Not
next
at
week,
all.
Dan.
Yeah, hope you come back next week and some of your other teams too.
Okay, thanks for your time, Dan.
Thank you.
That's all from our dear friend Dan Wu, also the winner of our first week. Fractals. Now we also have with us the organizer, Scron from C Sport. Say hi, Scron.
So,
So how are the games today, man?
it's pretty good. It was close, really close. Most of the games, there are a lot of comebacks that wouldn't think would happen.
Hmm.
Like I think it was at one point, Fractals was down 10 rounds and they managed to climb back up again.
Wow, 10
Yeah.
rounds.
How close was it? Like 10 rounds down?
So first game they went OT,
Oh, okay.
so they went overtime. That which which led to Fractal's first loss
Hmm.
against Enemy
Nice.
6.
Okay.
So they went overtime for that one. Then the second game, Fractals was leading. So, yeah. So and then actually it was Gemini 6 leading. Then Fractals caught up. They almost tied it back until at least Fractals was able to get a deciding win against Gemini 6.
Hmm.
For game 3, it was this one was the random map being picked. So it was Vertigo, which is one of the harder
man.
maps to play on.
Yep.
It's for casters. Casters have a hard time determining for Vertigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
So-
viewers who don't really know about Vertigo, can you tell us what's so special about the map in
For
particular?
Vertigo is so most maps in CSGO are flat. Most are flat horizontal maps, while Vertigo is a vertical map. It's basically an under construction building.
Mm-hmm.
So which makes it which makes the play style more vertical or oriented rather than
Yeah.
horizontal.
And something interesting about the map as well is there are trick jumps you can perform to come at your enemy
Yes.
from unexpected angles.
That's true.
So that's pretty awesome.
Did you see any of that, Ron, today?
I think there were a few ones. So there were a few times wherein I think yesterday there was a Vertigo map wherein gassers didn't think that player could hide from there. So
Okay.
there's
New
a lot of
hiding spots.
unexpected stuff you can do on Vertigo.
Vertigo.
And
Yeah.
Vertigo is a new tournament map, right? When was it included in the tournament pool?
I think it's the one that replaced Cash. If I'm
Yeah,
right.
that's correct.
It replaced Cash as a competitive map.
Yeah. Relatively new. It's the most recent edition. But I think it's been out for a year-ish now.
Yes,
Yeah, I remember it's
yes.
something like that. But it is the newest
It's the
one.
newest.
Yeah.
Newest one on rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. That's why you don't really see it picked up as
Yeah.
much in amateur games. Because amateurs, I think the most picked map is Mirage.
Mirage.
Yeah.
It's the new Dust 2.
So relatively speaking, so that everyone understands, even though Vertigo is a year-old map, the other maps are like 4 years old.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
old. Even
Been
dating
figured
way
out.
back to the previous versions of Counter-Strike. So we're talking about 15 years of age for these maps. They just get reworked along the way.
Yep.
Yeah, I
But
think they
yes.
they recently do how they rework maps is they make slight tweaks to where you can
Yeah.
throw smokes,
Mhm.
where you can do boost.
That's right.
So those minor tweaks that are pretty big if performed well.
Vertigo is actually one of the maps that got a lot of rework in the recent times, right? Like they just removed one whole door, they just close it, and so people can't rotate. And the other thing that they did is the boost over to B side. We just can't rotate to that side anymore. So anyway, it's a fun process, but if you're a player just getting just starting to master Vertigo, and then suddenly tomorrow, hey, yeah, we're just gonna close this door, so sorry, can't move here anymore.
Yep.
That can get kind of frustrating, but it is what it is.
But Ron, tell us a bit about how Valkyrie, our favorite team, did and what happened to them. Did the Vertigo map kill them, or did something else kill
No,
them?
it wasn't a Vertigo map from what I remember. So Valkyrie, they lost to I think it's a pretty strong stack recently. They were because I remember them because they recently got acquired by GR Gaming from Hong Kong.
Oh.
But they're going on. I think they're on trial for them, so they can't use the name GR Gaming yet.
Oh,
from
so
what I
pressure,
remember.
the pressure is
So yeah,
on.
they're under trial. That's why they're not using GR Gaming in the Face It. They're going by All Easy. So I believe it's a pretty strong stack because our Jaeger was shopping them around for a team before. So one of our casters.
Wow.
And so that's why because I don't have a good eye for players like who is really like has promising, but Jaeger was very, very optimistic about these guys. Actually wanted them to go through like on Philippine teams or being picked up by big PH orgs. But in the end, I think they went with the. So I'm interested to see how these guys perform. They're not that good yet. I think in terms of synchronization, maybe because Walker still defeated them, but the problem with Walker, I think they got caught off guard by Fractals in one of the maps. So Fractals, as I said, they have been gone for a while. They weren't in our first season of Seal. They weren't in the other two or other three two community showdowns we had before last December and January. So they were only I was only able to see them once during the first ever CSGO tournament we did with Meta. It was a community showdown the first run. After that, they told me that they were taking a break and just playing pubs. So I'm glad to see that they're back and definitely in good form.
Now you've seen a lot of teams come and go in your tournaments, Ron. How do you spot a team that is like so-called up and coming or has potential?
Depends. There are some that join forces in Stack. For example, the most recent one is Mischief, which I haven't seen them on. They did register for last week, but skipped it out since they were talking about scrimming, like improving their strategy even more. I guess they don't want to leak it yet to tournaments. But yeah, they recently changed rosters after the first season of Seal. So Mischief, the original Mischief, placed 8th on the first season of Seal all throughout, while the other 3 members that joined Mischief was part of the champions of Seal, which was Jerry Rangers. So it is interesting to see that they have banded, and they did show a lot of promise from the recent Reality Rift Cup. But they ended up losing to Calads, which I haven't seen back as well. So I've been messaging them about joining as well.
Yeah,
I would like to see the new constituted shift cow lads and get them into this current iteration. There's some strong teams here now too, so be very great to gauge them against each other and see where everyone's at.
Yes, and Valkyrie actually Utahachi is SH Benoit, which was I think also third, fourth of Seal season 1.
Hmm.
He was the captain of that. They placed they placed second on Seal season 1 for
Right.
losing to
Not
Jerry
bad.
Rangers. So yeah, Valkyrie, there's nothing to discount that, and they still lost against teams like Fractals.
Hmm.
So I'll be interested to see when Mischief joins in. Even just the other two members of former Jerry Rangers, Alphin. I think they formed a team as well recently. It's called Alphin's Cutie Squad. So
Okay.
Right.
hopefully they join in. That was definitely because Alphin was the Rangers before, and he always told me it was a meme team. So I'm guessing the other members like with 2K wanted to take it a bit more seriously, so
Right.
they joined
Right.
Mischief. Now Alphin made a new meme team, which is now Alphin's.
Alphin's Cutie Squad. So
This guy.
you know you know what's not a meme team? Blacklist, right? I believe they are all girls team who joined our tournament.
Yes,
Tell us a
they
bit
are
about
on the tournament.
Blacklist.
Blacklist. We haven't had the opportunity to cast games last week. We haven't had the opportunity to cast their games this week since so we chose one of the other teams to cast, which was I believe that was Fractals and Fish Sticks at that time, since we were Fractals.
Hmm.
And then I think Blacklist was sent down immediately to the lower bracket by Catriona.
Yep.
So the earlier lower brackets didn't really get casted because we were focusing first on upper brackets, then finishing up to the rest of the lower brackets after like the higher tier lower brackets. So
Yeah.
Blacklist did win against Power of the team. I'm not a little familiar with the roster. They ended up losing to Casanova. So Casanova was sent to the lower bracket by Valkyrie. But Casanova has been around for a while on our leagues. They're a consistent participant. Even from the Seal season 1, they did register for that. And they're pretty strong as well. So I'm not sure how their game went from Blacklist, but I remember one of their games being one of the longer ones. It took a while for them to get in because for either one to proceed to the next game, because I remember Sad Ending was waiting patiently for their game to finish so they can have their next game.
Right.
And
So
even then Casanova, after beating Blacklist, they said they wanted at least 20 minutes break because they had a very intense fight with
Yeah.
Blacklist.
wow. So Blacklist is really shaping up, even though they didn't proceed far into the bracket, and we hope to see them again next week. But Ron, how was the tournament? How was the running of the tournament? Were there any teams that you had to herd around, or was everyone very cooperative?
They were mostly cooperative. I think it's because it's just a matter of everyone has been familiar with how I run it, so everyone knows like okay what they have to do next. Most of them don't have to be told to okay go fetch your lobby, go be in your lobby by this time. So as long as I post the link and I tag them, and they check if they've registered for the teams, because how ASIP doesn't really have double elims. So once the lower brackets have started, we have to create matches one by one, like rooms one by one.
Right.
So it's a bit of a hassle, but it has proven to be more entertaining. So we decided to keep it. You have teams like Fractals coming in from the lower bracket. So even after playing a lower bracket finals, still have the energy to win through a best of 3 series from grand finals.
Yeah, and we made our tournament double elimination, so that teams, they just won't get eliminated after the first BO3. You actually at least play 2 different opponents.
So at least they get better coverage for their games. Like games, they get to face different types of opponents.
That's a lot more work for you, and we appreciate it, Ron.
And it's I also enjoy it. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot more work since, especially with there's like 6 teams, then you have to create like multiple lower bracket rooms, single lower bracket rooms after. So it's a lot more work, but it's more entertaining that way, at least.
Awesome. Thanks, Ron. Any last comments from him?
So be sure to register for peak number 3 of CSGO of Metadata's CSGO Esport Alpha League that opens. Then there's also the Dota 2. Metadata's Dota 2 open, so which hopefully we gain more traction as well. And I'm interested to see how that plays out since I've been casting that personally. I think a lot of more close matches now than last week for the Dota 2 since our newer team joined in, and EmberUWU didn't have an easier time for the matches that they played.
Yeah, unfortunately for them. So you can catch all the stream matches on Meta.us YouTube channel. Just search Meta Us on YouTube. Andy,
Yes, sir.
over to you.
All
Over
right.
to you, Andy.
That was awesome. I personally enjoyed just listening to all these feedback, stories, and the thoughts behind the process of the teams winning, and of course the organizers sharing their feedback and thoughts, and I guess their heartfelt comments on how we can improve this environment together. So thank you guys for listening to this, and thank you everyone who's in the Discord channel right now. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, EG. And I see Sub-Zero lurking, hopefully listening maybe. But yeah, we'll be back for more next week. More competitions. All registrations are open. It's going to close on Thursday. So be sure, if you want to be a part of this community, to start your competitive journey, do register for a tournament. And so with that, I would like to close today's recap show, 21st of June. I'm sleepy, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.